The business of energy. History shows us that price, infrastructure, and human incentives decide what powers us. What if high school or college had taught us not just how energy works, but why one source becomes dominant over another? The market forces, the human motivations, the business realities, even when something else might look much better on paper. Wood to coal. Take the shift from wood to coal during the Industrial Revolution. In Britain, wood prices skyrocketed due to deforestation and surging demand. Coal delivered far more energy per unit. It became effectively cheaper per unit of useful work if it could be mined out of the ground affordably and scaled. This didn't just replace wood for heat. It powered steam engines, enabled coke-fired iron production at massive new scales, factories, and railways, unlocking entire new levels of economic activity. Why it mattered? When a resource offers superior scalability and cost-effectiveness at the right moment, it creates widespread value that drives adoption far beyond the original intent. Whale oil to kerosene. Or consider lighting in the mid-1800s. Whale oil for lamps cost $1.30 to $2.50 a gallon, expensive and increasingly scarce. Kerosene refined from petroleum started around 58 cents per gallon, and already burned brighter and cleaner. But the decisive shift came from business execution. John D. Rockefeller and Standard Oil vertically integrated the entire chain: barrels, wagons, pipelines, and refineries, and relentlessly drove costs down through scale and efficiency. Kerosene prices fell to as low as 8 cents a gallon. Reliable, affordable light reached the masses, and market economics shifted demand long before petroleum dominated the broader energy system. Why it mattered? True market leadership often comes from creating dramatically better value for users through relentless improvement, not just extracting profit up front. The rewards follow the value delivered. The transport shift. Coal remained strong for stationary power and heat, but oil's higher energy density and liquid form paired perfectly with the internal combustion engine, enabling mobile power and entirely new industries and mobility. Why it mattered? Complementary innovations amplify a resource's advantages, showing how solutions that unlock new capabilities spread fastest. The electricity grid. Electricity transformed modern life, powering lighting, motors, appliances, industry, and now data centers and broad electrification. But the sources generating that electricity have shifted with the same underlying logic. Early on, coal-fired steam and hydropower dominated. Nuclear energy expanded significantly mid-century. Natural gas combined cycle plants then surged, often faster and cheaper to build and bring online at a large scale than new coal or nuclear facilities, with greater flexibility. More recently, renewables, especially wind and solar, have accelerated as costs plummeted and technology improved. In many markets, including the U.S., coal generation has declined sharply from its peaks, while renewables have gained substantial ground and frequently represent the most economically attractive new capacity. Natural gas has bridged gaps precisely because large-scale plants can come online relatively quickly. To make solar and wind reliable around the clock, energy storage, batteries, and other solutions has become essential, rounding out these technologies for consistent, scalable value. Why it mattered? The pattern repeats: better economics, scalability, and complementary advances, like storage, determine which generation options win broader adoption and societal benefit. The modern playbook. Across these transitions, a consistent pattern emerges. Cost and useful service win. The option that delivers cheaper, better, or more convenient energy services at scale gains share. Infrastructure creates powerful lock-in, yet it also sets the stage for the next leap forward. Complementary technologies matter most. It's rarely the fuel or source alone. It's the full ecosystem that unlocks real value. Entrepreneurs and relentless execution often decide the winner. They turn lab potential into widespread impact. Human and economic incentives drive everything. Creating value for others tends to attract adoption, capital, and lasting change. The new horizon. Today's shifts follow these same dynamics. We're seeing plummeting renewable costs, electric vehicles, electrification of appliances like heat pumps, extreme data flow, and computing demand from data centers and AI, plus continuous efficiency improvements. The winners will be those who deliver reliable, affordable, convenient energy services while building the supporting infrastructure and ecosystems. For anyone in sustainability, facilities, or building operations, understanding this pattern helps anticipate curves and drive meaningful progress. Energy transitions aren't dictated by labs alone. They reflect the search for better, more scalable ways to serve real needs. When solutions create genuine value, adoption and impact follow. That's the business of energy, and the history worth learning. Concepts like satellite-based solar power, harnessing a star's energy from outside a terrestrial body, show we're still writing the next chapter.